So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video guys, we have some tactics for one of the best attacking formations in FC24, this being the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Now the reason the 4-1-2-1-2 is good is because there's lots of short little passing options you can make and it can be very difficult for your opponent to stop those attacks. The 4-1-2-1-2 is obviously a very good formation every year, but again it is useful in this game. So yeah, let's get right into the video guys. I hope you enjoy. If you guys want coins for FC24, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very fast, they're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you use my code Rema, you can get yourself a lovely 5% discount. Alright then guys, so starting off with the custom tactics for the defensive style, we have this on balanced. Balance gives you a nice balanced defense, obviously, so when you want to press you can, and when you want to be a little bit more passive and drop off, you can also do that. When it comes to applying pressure as well, there is another thing we can do which we'll get onto in a moment. For the defensive width guys, we have this on 35. This is so we can primarily defend in a nice narrow and compact shape, which will stop all of those attacks through the middle, and then when we want to get out to the wings to prevent a cutback, we can always drag a man out wide manually. Moving on to the depth guys, this is the thing I was on about when it came to pressure in this game. So if you're on the new gen version of the game and you have your depth on 71, you will get this automatic press from the AI. It's a very strong press, very overpowered, and it completely breaks your opponent's attacking AI, so it's very difficult for them to play through. The thing about 71 depth as well is you don't really get a stamina drain from it, so it's you know, there's not really a downside to using it. So 71 depth if you're on new gen, and if you're on old gen, 55 to 60 is good, as you don't get this thing, the 71 depth thing, on the old gen versions of the game. Now moving on to build-up play guys, we have this on balanced. Balance gives you the most control when you are building up, so when you want to play slow you can, and when you want to play fast you can also do that. So balance is the way to go there. Direct passing for chance creation. Direct passing is the most meta option you can use, and it's the only setting which will actually allow you to break through that park the bus defense. For the attacking width guys, I like playing quite narrow with this formation, so I actually enjoy having a lower width with it on 28. It might seem crazy low, but it's actually really enjoyable to use. If that's too low for you though, you can actually up the width, that is also fine. For players in box guys, we have this on 6. This is so we can get a few players into the box to finish off our chances, but we don't overcommit everybody. And then corners and free kicks, we have these on 2, but you can have that on whatever you like. Sorry to interrupt the video guys, but I have noticed around 90% of you that watch the content are not subscribed, so if you are finding any of these videos helpful, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, as it does help me out massively. Also don't forget to drop the video a like as well. And with all that aside guys, let's get back to the video. For both the strikers guys, on the player instructions, we have them on stay central and get in behind. Pretty self-explanatory instructions. Stay central obviously means they will primarily stay in the narrow areas closer to the rest of the team, and get in behind means they'll always look to utilize their pace to get in behind those high defensive lines which people use and get as many chances as possible. For the central cam guys, we have him on get into the box across and come back on defense. Come back on defense will make it defend in a 4-4-2 shape, which is very good because if you look at this formation the way it is, it's very narrow, so if you're defending in this shape, you're going to get cooked down the wing. So by putting this cam on come back on defense, he'll come back to defend as a left mid in a 4-4-2 shape, meaning you'll be good in both the attack and the defense. Get into the box cross means this player won't hesitate to get into the penalty area and help you out there. Moving on to the left centre mid guys, I use a more box-to-box style player, so we have him on the default settings, or her, sorry, and then cover centre. The reason we leave them on the default settings is because they are a box-to-box player, so we don't just want them to defend all the time. We kind of just let them do their own thing. The only important thing is that we have them on covered centre, so they do defend those central areas. For the CDM, we obviously use a defensive player, so we have them on stay back while attacking, cut passing lanes and cover centre. Pretty self-explanatory, but stay back while attacking means they're not going to go forward. Cut passing lanes means they're always going to look to intercept those passes and break up the play, and cover centre means they will defend those central areas primarily. For the right centre mid, because we don't actually have to make this player defend as a right centre mid, because it's going to defend in a 4-man midfield, this player will actually defend as a right midfielder if you have them on the cover wing instruction, which we've got here, so you don't need to worry about their defensive stats. So because we use an attacker here, we have them on get forward and get into the box for cross. This is so they will actually commit forward and utilise their attacking ability to help us out. So these two instructions and cover wing, very important. For one of the fullbacks guys, your more attacking one, balanced overlap. This is because it's obviously a very narrow formation formation, and sometimes we need that extra width. By having this player making the overlapping runs, you'll stretch out your opponent's defensive line, meaning that there will be more space in between the defensive line for your narrow players to attack through. So it's very useful to have one fullback on balanced overlap, and then for the other one, stay back and overlap, so you always have at least 3 defenders back at a time, but when you send them on a run forward, they'll make the overlapping runs to add that extra width. 2 centre backs, guys, and the keeper, we leave them alone and we don't touch them. But yeah, that is everything for the video, guys. If you have enjoyed or found it useful, please be sure to drop it a like, sub to the channel if you are new, so you never miss out on any videos like this one, and don't forget to turn on notifications. And with all that aside, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.